Hello beauties, I hope you guys are doing well. So I woke up this morning and I immediately went to my cards and I sat and meditated, and I have a message for you. Bear with me because I did do a lot of writing, so I am going to go back and forth and reflect to make sure I don't leave anything out. Started off with the five of swords, and you know what, it was like those words just didn't even want to come out. And the five of swords is dealing with some sort of tension, some form of conflict, and I don't know, like I'm just kind of feeling like somebody is maybe like over talking you and not allowing you to get the words out. There are moments when you're talking with someone and they are excited about the conversation, the energy that is coming from you, and it makes them interrupt in excitement. But this is not one of those energies. This is where somebody just doesn't even allow you to speak. I would not even want to deal with that energy. I feel like that is wasted energy, because the energy that I'm getting from that is someone that doesn't even care about what your side is, what your opinion or emotions are in regards to that, and that's hella disrespectful. So we're not even going to waste time with that type of energy. You know what? And it's time to cut somebody off. I'm just going to say it like that. If you are dealing with someone to where every time you deal with them, it is an intense, uncomfortable conversation, and I don't even want to say conversation because it seems so one-sided. If you are dealing with a one-sided individual, it is time to leave them at that, just one by themselves, because the energy that's coming from that it's just not giving. That five of swords was followed up with the eight of swords right beside it. And the eight of swords is feeling trapped. Self-doubt. But also with that eight of swords energy, it's also, having to keep in mind that you always have free will. You always have options regardless as to what the situation is. The last card was the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is something coming at you at full speed ahead. This is a lot of activity, a lot of multitasking. So let's start off with this Five of Swords energy, because in this on this card, the girl, it was a girl that looked like a ballerina, like an angelic ballerina, and there were white doves flying all around. So when I think about, this ballerina, how this ballerina looked, she looked very elegant. She was in all white, and the dove surrounding represents purity, harmony, these new beginnings. So whatever this conflict is, know that there is going to be peace and harmony surrounding this situation. And this peace and harmony may be because you have to cut somebody out of your life. The angel wings was like the wings was coming straight from her arms, and it was like a silhouette of an angel surrounding her. So like this angel is literally moving every which way with the woman as she's gracefully going through these obstacles. So You make something look very easy. You look very good while doing it. And maybe that if you are not like making it look simple, easy, that's the way it looks to others. And you may feel as though, oh, they see me struggling, they know I need help. Well, they really don't see you in that light because you look like you still have it all together. And for some instance, for some in particular, dealing with that energy that's cutting you off, that's not allowing you to speak, that doesn't care about your opinion, maybe that's how you need to appear to look to them, because in that instant, those are some, Lord, I almost cussed them out. I was about to take that personal. Let me read. So for those individuals, you know, I'm not gonna say I like that energy, but I'm used to dealing with that energy. And when you're dealing with that energy, like, I don't care if you got only 4 outfits to your name, you better mix and match that shit and make it look the absolute best. Like, you're gonna be as poised as this ballerina is. And you know, I have been one to make scraps look amazing, and I will have my nervous breakdown with God in the privacy of my own home before I let a motherfucker think they're going to break me. I'm sorry, y'all. I try to keep that in. But that's the energy it's given. And so, you know, in instances, and you know what, I commented that to somebody earlier. Yeah, your energy's getting off in here, girl. Whoever that was, I was commenting on in another video. But when someone is literally watching you, waiting for you to fail, that is when you collect that energy and you say, God, I'm going to use all this energy to push myself forward. I am going to create a new path. And God, I am open to however, whatever guidance you are wanting to send me. Lead me, direct me, and block me from any form of attacks. You take that energy and you transmute it for your highest good, okay? You know, there is times to send energy back to people and let them deal with their own lessons. And there are times when people are sending you energy that you can actually use for the benefit of your own good. Literally every time someone tries to wish you harm, to actually project a lower vibrational energy onto you, it does not have to hit you in a negative way. You can say, I see that, I acknowledge that, and I accept this energy for my highest good, and allow your angels to take that energy and redirect it into your life to reshape or create another avenue, another opportunity, a resource that is going to benefit you and elevate you, okay? Use everything to your advantage, okay? Because while they're sitting there waiting for you to fail, they don't even know how they're blessing you and hurting themselves. But you look good while doing it. Or you're gonna be looking good, because you heard what I said, okay? I'm gonna need you to do that. Let's go back to the doves. Let's go back to the doves. Peace, love, harmony. They are reminders of hope. And you know, when we look at the when I visualize how that 8 of Swords card looked, it was a person standing out in the cold, but that person was wrapped up in a big old bubble coat, had a nice little hood on the coat, had some gloves on, and the swords was lined up straight right in front of that person. You never blocked, and you got the warmth to sustain you to get the job done. All you need to do is remove 1 or 2 of them so that you can actually get through that path, right? Every little bit that you do is progress, and you have what you need to sustain yourself in that code. So it doesn't matter if anyone is out there with you. You're capable. You have what you need to get it done. If you feel like you don't know how to maneuver, just simply pray about it. I'm telling you, like, I have been in so many different situations, and if you truly believe and know in your heart you are a good person and that God is with you every step of the way, God's going to show you he's with you every step of the way, and you're going to get a stone put in your path just to get you a little further. And the more you keep moving forward, the more stones it's going to present itself to make sure that you continue moving. But you know, we need that prayer, and we need that effort, we need that belief to all be in sync, right? So that we are actually moving with God. We're not just waiting for God to send some big, miraculous, grand gesture. No, all you need is, boom, that one step put in your way so that you can continue to step forward and just trust and know. Like, I'm getting like the image of you know, walking on water. You know, you have to believe that you can do it, okay? And one of the cards did have a clarifier of that. Let me go to my notes, because I forgot all about my notes and just went on a whole little tangent. Okay, with this Eight of Swords situation that feels cold and lonely, but you do have the necessities to get through this. Focus on solutions. Don't focus on what you lack. Focus only on the solutions. And each time you make any type of stride, celebrate that. That gratitude with along with that is what's going to continue to move you forward and to continue to create, manifest different opportunities and paths. That Eight of Wands, of course, we know that is it's going to be something that might require immediate action, moving really fast. But with this, I'm also hearing, you know, this is about that discipline, making sure. So it's like, you know, seeing this situation that, you know, has you feeling, you know, very tense and stressed out. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to create this action plan, and I'm going to stay disciplined to make sure that I complete these goals. And if I continue this by X amount of days or weeks or whatever, I'm going to accomplish this. All right, so that was with whatever conflict is going on. Next that came out was the Two of Water. It had a picture of a yin and yang coming into balance. You know, this is a partnership that makes you feel really good. But when I pulled a clarifier card, it had the Akashic field, and the message that came with that was you have options when it comes to love. This feels so deja vu. I feel like this came out in another reading. I know it wasn't recent. Let me just focus. But it's saying to tap into the Akashic records to see who will be the best opportunity, the best choice for your highest timeline. Because with the person that you choose, it's going to basically create another story, another timeline for how your life is going to look. An example that's coming to my head, I was watching the movie Perfect Holiday, and Charlie Murphy played Jay Jizzy, I believe was the character's name. Well, his character was so caught up into work and maintaining this thugged out type of image, came with like lots of paparazzi. So it's like you choosing to be with the partner that's going to be in the limelight. Well, you know that by choosing that path, your life is going to look a certain type of way. May not have the most privacy if you chose that path. However, if you also wanted to create a business or have a specific brand, then yes, that would be in alignment for the path that you want to choose to take. So, you know, it's like looking into, you know, how this person is showing up now, what this person's plans are as they continue to grow and evolve, and how does that line up with how you see yourself living your life presently and for the near future. So I actually do have let me show you this book so that if you want to get this and work on it yourself. It is by Marie Silva. The book is called Akashic Records. Inside this book, it has an opening prayer, a closing prayer. There are frequencies on YouTube that you can listen to as you sleep. It basically gives you a guide. It also gives you like a guide to an Akashic tarot reading. So that would be helpful. You know what, I'm gonna look at that one and see if maybe we can do an Akashic reading as a collective. I don't know how that would really go out. I don't know, because that might be too much. As a collective, that would be way too many energies, way too many scenarios. So you know what, I'm gonna play around with that, and I'm going to do one on myself to see what kind of information I could pull to see if that may be something that I can assist you with. So I will get back to you on that. But it does have this Akashic Records book. I will give you one bit of advice. When you are dealing with the Akashic Records, that means you are going before a council. So there are specific guides that protect and share this information. This is one to go into with high honor and integrity. And by doing that, you know, it means, like, you know, being very respectful of the how you are presenting yourself at that time. So you may want to do some energy cleansing. There's some really good Archangel Michael energy cleansing to cleanse your aura. You absolutely want to be completely sober. You do not want to drink or smoke any marijuana or anything like that before doing that, because basically it's, you know, you are going, it's like, you know, stepping up to the Pope. You're not going to go see the Pope and you are fully loaded. So it just kind of shows how serious you are about the information and just respecting that information. So that was with so next card that came out was the Page of Cups. All right, so there's going to be some sort of communication that comes in. You also could be very great at communicating. Page of Cups, this is someone that is very sensitive. And when I say sensitive, that means you are very open. You are very open to energies. You are very connected with everything and everyone that is surrounding you. So people feel very comfortable around you, and you're very relatable because of your resilience, and the things that you have experienced in your life have made you have made you, you know, someone that is respected in the sense of advice when it comes to certain areas that people are feeling comfortable to talk to you about. It's like they feel safe to speak to you about that because their soul is saying that you're going to understand that. They just have this inner knowing. And that one was also connected with, was clarified by the divine physician. To me, that is a card of exuding Christ-like energy. So it's like your energy is healing for other people. So you may even want to look into being a life coach and helping people with the things that you've already surpassed. You may work in healthcare or be guided to go into healthcare. Herbalist was one of the things that that popped up. So you may have a lot of knowledge of different herbs that people can replace major medications that's causing side effects. I am not telling anyone to ignore any doctor's advice. But I know me personally, when dealing with doctors, when they get ready to try to prescribe me a medication, I ask, well, what does that do? And then I'm going to counteract with, hey, do you feel like there is anything naturally that I could do first? And a lot of times, you know, the doctors will say, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you the opportunity to try that, but I'm going to give you a follow-up appointment for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And if that does not work, we're going to do this medication. So you may even want to do that if, you know, if you have been, if herbalists, you know, herbalism, you know, is standing out to you because you have some sort of health condition. This may be your confirmation that there is a herb that will help you, but absolutely talk to your doctor about it first. Yeah, I really feel like, you know, there is financial abundance that is attached to you being in this Page of Cups, divine physician energy. And I feel like there is some sort of financial abundance that is coming your way because you have been this energy in the past. So if you're not in a therapist, life coach, healthcare type of role, then there is going to be some sort of financial reward that is coming to you for how you have poured into and helped other people heal. So that is the message that I have for you right now. I'm going to try to connect with you guys a little later. So have a wonderful day. And until then, if you need anything from me, check the description. My email is on there if you would like to book a personal, or you can go straight to my website directly at www.feastfeelings.com, and you can check out whatever times I have available on there, as well as I do have like jewelry and stuff like that on the website if you want to check that out. I am still trying to get everything organized from doing vending events and making sure that I get things uploaded. That is not the funnest part of it for me. Cannot wait to get to the point to where I can actually hire someone to keep up with that part, because I do not enjoy taking photos and listing and editing and all that crap. So bear with me when it comes to that website, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.